Hello, welcome to my old friends and my new friends. I hope you guys are doing well today. Today we are going to do a quick review on the new palette by Dose of Colors. It's the Smokey Soirée. I really didn't want to do a look with this today. I was like, what is going on with my lights in the back? Oh my gosh. Because I feel like these palettes are very fall. This and the Cutting Edge. Although the Cutting Edge did get, I loved the look that I got with this. I loved it. Love this palette. This one's just real dark. But we're gonna try to create something. I've been really dipping into the Raw Beauty Kristi palette as a palette to use with other palettes, and I'm loving it for that. You know, just for like transition colors or whatever. And because I don't mind to, you know, if a palette doesn't have everything, but I also feel like they should. Especially for people that don't have a lot of makeup and just want to pick up a palette. I've seen the pictures that Dose of Colors has put up using this palette, this Smokey Soirées, and it's the same thing. I feel like they're all just like a whole wash of dark and then just some glitter on top, which not a lot of people wear their eyeshadow like that, I think anyways. This one is also the same as the other one. It's cruelty-free, paraben-free, talc-free, gluten-free. You get 2, 4, 5 shadows, 1.5 grams, and they are 0.052 ounces, and the shimmers are 1.6 grams, 0.056 ounces. The shadows in this are very light. Very light. I mean, very light. The shimmers in this are very, very light. So I'm going to go into the Raw Beauty Kristi palette, and this is the new, oh well. And use, I think I'm going to use Copper Boxes, which is this one here, and just kind of do a quick just transition shade, because the shadows in this palette are so dark, huh? Okay guys, sorry, I got interrupted. I had to take my daughter to work, and so we're going to get back into the Smokey Soirées. So I was using the Raw Beauty Kristi palette, Copper Boxes, as my transition shade. I really like this color. It's really, really pretty. Especially as a transition color. And you're definitely gonna have to dip into other palettes to use this one, unless you just like an all over smoky dark look. Now we're gonna go into the Smokey Soirées. That's pretty much all we're gonna do with that palette for now, at least. Okay, I think I'm gonna go into, first of all, probably this shade here, which is called Fired Up. And the one thing is, Dose of Color shadows are very, very, very powdery. I have never had a palette from them excuse me, that wasn't, and I've had, except for the Francation palettes that they did, I think Dose of Colors did a collaboration with I Love Soirée too, but I can't remember. If they did, I know I have it because I buy everything that she puts out. Like, all her collaborations because I adore her. Her channel is like goals. Her skills are goals. Like she can just, I've tried to film a video that was doing one of her looks and I could not. It did not turn out not even half as pretty as what she did, and I just couldn't get it to work, and I don't know what I was doing wrong. Maybe I didn't have the right size brushes, but it was a total flop, and I was just so disappointed because I was trying so hard. And she just made it look, oh, I went into the wrong color. I think I went into the brown on this side. Well, great. And now we're gonna have two different colored eyes. So this is, they're very, very, very pigmented. One thing I'm gonna say is that they're very hard to blend out. They aren't wanting to move very much. And I didn't have that problem with the cutting edge palette. Yeah, it's like sticking. This dark shade is sticking. There we go. I don't like having to go in like that and like rough up my eyelids, but it needed it. And I went in with the wrong color anyways. So yeah, that dark brown color is like, it does not want to move around. Which usually what I have found is when the palette shades are very powdery, they usually move really well. But this one's giving me some problems. It's pretty though. I like the fired up shade. I'm gonna have to add some of the brown to this side just because the other one already has it. Okay. Now we're gonna go back into some fired up, and I think I'm gonna have to go back into the Raw Beauty Christy palette and add a lighter shade just to kind of lighten this all up, because I don't want an eyeshadow look this dark. Not for a daytime summer eye like this. Just, I literally feel like this is a very fall or winter evening palette. And they said that in the last one that maybe this is their fall releases. Like, I don't understand why they would come out with such dark shadows in the summer, you know, such dark palettes. I was just so curious though as to where they went. I feel like they dropped their skincare stuff, or not their skincare, their complexion products, their foundation and their concealer, and then they just kind of disappeared. I haven't heard people talking about them. I haven't heard, and they had, you know, their diehard group of people like I Love Sarai and Desi and Katie that were always using their stuff and now I'm like, what happened? But I think I have noticed that Desi and Katie have been moving away from a lot of beauty and moving more towards lifestyle stuff. And I know that Katie and her husband are doing podcasts, which I love. I've been listening to them, and they're the funniest too. Like, that's relationship goals, those two. Okay, so it kind of graded out a little bit, which I don't mind too much. I can go back in with a little bit of fired up and add just a tad bit of that. Oh my gosh, these little brushes that they came with are so irritating. Like, just make the palette a tad bit smaller and don't add that. That's my suggestion. I think what I'm gonna do to help this not be so dark is I'm going to cut crease and I'm going to add a lighter shade so that it kind of opens up my eye a little bit. And then we're gonna go in with one of the glitter shades that came in here. Well, I know which one, because this one's too dark. I don't want to use this one. And the only other one is a, this one's just so sheer. You can barely see it. So that's what that one looks like, but we're gonna try to make it work. Okay. Now I'm gonna go in and just blend out the edges of the, of the cut crease so that it doesn't look too crazy. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my finger to use that glittery shade and see if that helps the pigment show up better. Wow. I don't know what I just got on my face. This isn't really doing anything. Maybe I should use a brush. Let's try a brush, like a packing brush. Because I don't understand what's happening. Like, where's it going? Okay, a brush helped. Worked a lot better than my finger. Okay, so the brush worked better. It actually made the pigment show up a lot more. It's not as bright as I would have liked. Like, I wish that the shimmer was lighter. It's more of a taupe. Then I took, I think, what was it, Fireside? Or Fired Up. And I'm putting that underneath. I really like this color. Very grungy, very winter and fall. I think this is, like, are they already coming out with winter and fall colors? Like, I don't, whatever, it's okay. I like the look. I think it came out pretty. I'm gonna go in with a clean brush. I was trying to find my Jaclyn Hill one. And I'm going to kind of go over it some more and just kind of blend this out. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, this is the final look. I really like how this turned out. I actually really do. Now that I've gotten some time to look at it, and the lashes are on and everything, I really think that it is pretty. The colors in here are pretty. I did struggle a little bit with the brown shade, which is called On the Rocks. That one just, it didn't want to blend, and I don't know if it's because of me putting it on top of Fired Up, but yeah, I just had a little bit of blending issues. Obviously you guys saw that, but I do like the look. I do think that it was pretty. I did have to dip into another palette, so I was not able to create an entire look just using this. I did have to, you know, dip into something else, which, like I said before, I don't mind doing that. I know that a lot of people do mind, they want to be able to purchase a palette and create an entire look with it. I don't think you wouldn't be able to do that with this, but the way I like to do my makeup, I like to have a transition shade. I like to have a brow bone color. I like to have just, you know, more, but I bought this knowing that this is what this looked like. So I am happy with it. I'm glad I purchased it. It's not a regret. I think it's beautiful. I feel like I'll get a lot of use out of this in the winter, or the fall and the winter, especially, you know, both of them. So, all right, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the look. I hope that you guys have an amazing day. My kids are coming up. I hope you guys have an amazing day, a marvelous, I hope you guys have a great day, a fantastic rest of your week, and a marvelous month. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.